Hello guys, welcome to the First Half podcast. We're here to discuss Liverpool and Arsenal's game. I'm here with my brother
Dennis.
Yo, Charlie. So how did you see the whole football just before? Because I am the Liverpool fan, I think I'll just give you the opportunity to just delve deep into it before I come inside with my own analysis. I mean, everybody was looking forward to this Arsenal-Liverpool game.
Yeah.
It never disappoints, actually. What are your take on the game? I mean, I want to know how you really feel about the gameplay for both Arsenal and Liverpool today.
Yeah, good game. I mean, for the neutrals, we enjoyed it. I think in the beginning it was a bit cagey. Everybody seemed to be trying to play safe. There was not a lot of risks being taken, so you couldn't see a lot of chances coming in and whatever. But in the second half, it got a bit more lively, and there were chances here and there, but you could see the quality of both defense. There are a few things that I would like to say. I mean, I'll go on a limb right now and tell you that I think Arsenal invested in the wrong striker. I watched.
Oh no, but that's I mean, it's quite too early.
No, it's not. I mean, I watched 3 games that he has played.
Yeah.
If a striker is good, you see the movement. You see. Arsenal didn't bring Goycrest in to come and score against the smaller teams. It's the bigger teams that they draw and they are not able to show up. Whatever. That's where you need your striker.
Yeah.
But after watching today's game, I mean, he made it so easy for Konate and Van Dijk.
Are you sure?
At some point, you could see he was actually scared of them. I mean, he couldn't hold up the ball. I don't think he even took a shot. I mean, the whole first half, I think it took him almost 40 minutes to complete the pass.
Yeah.
At some point in the second half, he was actually even seen playing wings. And I'm like, what's he doing there? Because you are the striker, and I'm expecting you to be in there for them to cross balls to you, and you are in there now taking the ball off the wings. Or it was a very disappointing performance from him.
Wow.
And the same thing that happened with the United game. He goes missing in big games, and that is, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be really, really worried, because the games that you're expecting him to exert himself, cause defenders problems, create spaces with his runs, you are not seeing that, and that's concerning. If you look at Ekitike on the other side, being a very young fella, you could actually see he was actually trying to worry the defense there, trying to create problems. So you can't say the same with Goycrest, and that is actually quite
disturbing,
worrying and disturbing for the Arsenal faithful, because I think, I mean, although it's just 3 games, Arsenal didn't bring him in to come and beat lower end teams. I mean, that's not why he's here. Okay. So I'm expecting him to actually do more in the bigger games. I mean, if the next game is like between Arsenal and a smaller team and he come and score a hat-trick, I've told you several times that for me, a striker, it doesn't matter whether you score 30 goals, it's about the points those 30 goals brought in. Yeah. So if you score 30 goals because we're playing a lower team and then we score 5 games and you contributed 2 in there, I don't think that has the impact Arsenal is looking for. Okay. But overall, generally, the game was played in midfield. You can see it was very, very tactical. And at the end of the day, it was an individual brilliance in a free kick that actually separated the 2 teams. I think Liverpool was playing at home. I expected them to exert themselves more, but they were also still, I think they gave Arsenal a lot of respect to try and see what tactics Arsenal was going to present for them to also be able to position themselves to know how to take them on. But good game.
All right, solid. I mean, my take. I'll just share my take on the game. I think that it was a typical Liverpool-Arsenal game, where both teams were very careful and tactically disciplined. Everybody was being a bit careful in moving too deep, just to avoid any counter-attack games and all that. So it made the game a bit boring from the first half. The second half was more active because both teams wanted to go at it, and it was brilliant. I mean, what I can speak to about this game is, I'll just start with Liverpool. I think that today, again, the players that we had signed for this season actually showed up.
Okay.
I realized that Florian Wirtz was winning a lot of balls, passing in a lot of balls in the midfield and whatnot.
Yeah, he was influential.
Which was very impressive for me as a new player. Like you said, Ekitike was always there, going at Saliba, making sure that he tries to get the ball, even though it was very difficult. And it was good on the Arsenal's part because they knew how dangerous it could be. So they made sure that they held them down and stopped them from attacking. I mean, one guy I also speak about very brilliant was Kekes. Amazing.
His tenacity shows in every game.
Every game
he's played for Liverpool. You can see.
I mean, today he was amazing. He was getting the tackles. It was a real battle between him and Madueke. And it was very impressive.
I love such signings because, they don't come with all the extra whatever that comes with these names, big names or whatever. These are players you bring in to run and do the hard work and the dirty work. So if you bring such players in there, it gives the bigger boys the chance to, do what they are supposed to do. But he kept it simple. He did what he's supposed to do. Madueke tried to take him on, he wouldn't allow it. And the few times that Madueke was able to go around him, was able to recover. And I think he played fantastic.
And to land, I can't speak about this game without speaking about the goal scorer. I mean, let's put his goal aside. The position he's been made to play, which is not his normal position, which is the right back, he's been brilliant.
Dominic
Szoboszlai. And we need to give him the props. Because he's doing such an amazing work. He goes in all there, he comes back to defend, he tries to feed in the balls when he has to, and his goal was magnificent. I mean, I don't know how the season is going to go, but I'm sure his goal is going to go down one of the amazing goals, one of the best goals for this particular 2025-2026 season.
I mean, from 30 years out, I think.
It's amazing. And I think at the end of the day, like you rightly said, I think it's quite problematic when it comes to the striker for us now. I mean, at a certain point, when we're starting a game, I was really scared of him. But then when the game kept on moving ahead, he was no danger. So we are actually looking at Timber and the rest who are actually coming up for the other side, who are more dangerous than the striker in the game, which is very disappointing. I mean, finally we got to have a feel of Eze in the game coming in later on.
I have a question for you. Why does Arteta do these things? For this game, you needed you have a new striker in there who needed opportunities or chances created for him. This is where you put in play. If I was him, you play Eze and Odegaard behind the striker so that they can create. But you go and bench these players and you go and play Marino and this. And why? What was he thinking?
So I don't know, but I would want to believe that maybe Odegaard had taken a little knock before the game. That is the only reason why, because I didn't understand when the starting lineup came and Odegaard was on the bench. With Eze, I'm sure he would like to warm him up gradually into the team to see how it goes. He's used to
the Premier League.
So
I know Eze's last game, he had an injury on the shoulder, which they came out later to say wasn't as
it wasn't as,
So if he has been training, why will you start? You see, bring your best players in, let them come and cause the damage, then you take them off quicker.
Well, the coach... they say, the coach is always on the training ground with his team, so he knows why he comes up.
No, Arteta does this all the time, where he overthinks and he always tries to over-engineer the team. And it somehow goes against it. You are going to the home of your opposition. Play your best team. And I don't think the team that started today was the best team, because who was supposed to create for Gyökeres?
Martinelli.
What? If you are playing a team of Madueke, who is not your normal starter, Martinelli, who has been out of form, and Marino behind them, what are you trying to create? I think it made it too easy for Liverpool, because between Zubimendi and Rice, they were more forced to defend and couldn't come forward the way they wanted.
Shout out to Zubimendi and Rice this game.
They were more forced to defend. So if you don't have a player who can really create something, because I can assure you that Madueke is not a crosser of the ball. He's going to carry the ball, do a lot of oversteps, trying to score on his own, which means that your striker is going to be starved of opportunities. Martinelli is also going to run with the ball and is not going to really look to cross. So where was a striker supposed to find chances in terms of the ball coming to him? You need somebody who is going to lay the ball to him so that he holds the ball up whilst these players come and then pull the team up. I mean, the whole strategy was bizarre for me, very, very bizarre.
But then I'll still say kudos to Arsenal, because they gave us a run of our money, because there's no... No, I mean, if we had let our guard down, they would have scored us, actually.
How many chances did they create? How many chances did Alisson have to save?
There were not too many chances in this game for both teams.
No, but you had more shots.
I mean, but if you look at the corner kicks that they had, which Arsenal is actually supposed to be good set piece people, they had about 7 to 8 corners.
If your biggest weapon is the corner kick, and he couldn't even have one that the keeper had to save. What are we talking about? And you see, Arsenal need to focus on trying to...
But can we agree that Arsenal was playing with a very top team, and they wouldn't have had it easy anyway? So
no, I mean, they wouldn't have, but you see, the chances would have been far better than what they got in. I mean, I don't even think there was any clear-cut chance the whole game for Arsenal. Tell me where, I mean, unless I missed it.
No, I mean, there were a few chances.
Where they had a clear-cut that they just missed, or Alisson had to pull a save?
Well,
I don't think so. Van Dijk and Konate got it so easy.
Van Dijk had it.
I mean, Konate got injured. Gomez came in, and it was quite. It's like he just slipped in like wearing a glove.
Yes, I mean, Goika's disappointed. Yeah, because he was supposed to be the dangerous man. Where Arsenal will be rest assured that if Goika's is at the front, we can feed him the ball.
Yeah.
But then, like you were saying, the people to even feed Goika's the ball, there was no one.
There was no one. Yeah.
So he found himself coming back.
Yeah.
Tried to get a ball. At certain points, he couldn't get the ball anymore, so he was supposed to come back to the front.
I didn't get it.
Then it was quite
Arteta got the tactics.
I think Arteta should relook at how, because the truth of the matter is, regardless of whatever the outcome of this game is, Goico's is not a bad striker.
He's not.
But if you don't use him as you are supposed to, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think
we've all been crying that Arsenal needs a striker.
Yeah.
And he will go. I mean, they now will get over the line and win. But bringing a striker doesn't mean it's automatic. You need to make sure that
he needs to be fed.
His talents.
Yeah, he needs to be fed.
And if you can't, I mean, in such a game, say, okay, I need somebody who is going to create for my striker because he will make the runs, and I just need to pick him. Between Merino, Rice, and Zubimendi, who can pick such a pass? None of them is creative.
None of them is creative.
So obviously, I mean, I just don't get what he was trying to do. Now let's come to the worrying part of the game. Both teams had some injuries, whereby Saliba went down, and you also had Konate going down. That is worrying for Arsenal fans because Saliba, I think, most of the time is one of their best players and their best defender. And for a team that is going for the title, I mean, the young fella who came in actually, I mean, he did well. I mean, he didn't put a foot wrong. He was quite confident. But do you think if it turns out to be serious or he had to miss a couple of games, it's going to dent Arsenal's hopes for the title?
Well,
looking at the caliber of the player,
I mean, he's actually an influential player for in the Arsenal team. Yes, he's part of the starting 11 all day, every day, and of course, his absence will be felt.
Yeah,
But then, like I keep on saying, the coaches need to be up and doing this time around with their transfer window purchases because there are a lot of games ongoing. These players, day in, day out, have a lot of sore muscles that have to work out every time and every now and then of the game. So something needs to be looked at here. But of course, as the game goes by, if you lose such players, it's really going to affect you. Even with Liverpool, I am not so much of a fan of Konate, but it happens that he is the best pair with Van Dijk as of now.
Yeah, they understand each other.
Yeah, so if we don't get any new player in, which I'm hoping that maybe Mark Gay is going to come from Crystal Palace eventually by close of tomorrow. If we don't, and this guy's injury is a long-term one, then we are supposed to manage with Gomez. Gomez is not bad. But then for me,
he has a mistake in him.
Yeah, he has a mistake in him, So I think we are discussing these injuries have an impact on the game.
Definitely.
But then we've gotten to a point where your performance in the league shouldn't solely rely on the injured players that
but I see there are certain players who are leaders and they are quite influential. I remember a couple of seasons back where you were going for the title against City and you lost Van Dijk quite early in the season. Although there was someone to replace him, it's not the same. I dare to say Saliba represents the same level of defender for Arsenal. And with him not being there, I mean, I see where Arsenal can leak goals because now you're going to bring in a defender who now have to learn or create a partnership with Gabriel. And through that learning period, definitely goals can leak and that can cause problems. Van Dijk is a leader and whoever you play alongside him, I see him being able to direct and help this person to know his positioning and whatever. I don't see Gabriel being able to do the same thing as Saliba could do. Saliba is a clean defender. Yes, he's able to actually help Arsenal really well. And what worries me that, when a player goes down on their own and it's not through
a tackle
or whatever,
the injury seems to be very huge.
It seems usually to be very serious. And he's not a player who creates a fuss from injury that he's trying to win a foul or whatever. So such a player, when they go down, most of the time is genuine. And when it's genuine, it means it's serious. So I hope for the Arsenal fans that it's not something that is going to keep him out for a long time. Because already they've lost Saka, they've lost Kai Havertz, and now if they have to add Saliba to the list, already the season that we are all saying that it has to be a must win. I mean, out of faith or whatever, maybe now their excuses are being created for them, or they need to find a way around it, because with the amount of money spent, because Arsenal has crossed $1 billion, and there are no excuses, either injuries or whatever. I know they are trying to get a defender from Liverpool, and it was quite close as a Friday. Maybe by Monday he will come in. But how soon can he gel in and understand the Premier League and what it demands of a player? So it's actually sad for Arsenal. I mean, as much as I'm a Chelsea fan and I don't really like Arsenal, I'm a football fan as well, and I want the competition to be difficult and challenging, so that at least when 2 teams or 3 teams are going for it, I mean, for the neutrals, you get to enjoy.
But then haven't we always had injuries in these EPL? I mean, every season that a team wins an EPL, there's one injury or the other for one of these.
Injuries are normal, but the point is that, like I said earlier, it depends on who it is. If you lose Van Dijk or Salah, the impact cannot be the same as losing McAllister.
Yeah, but I'm saying that I think that you see, when a season starts, I want to believe that the whole preparation of the clubs and the games that they play, they factor in injuries.
No,
what I'm trying to say is that a team's performance shouldn't be downplayed because another good team had one of their best players with an injury.
No, you see,
that conversation shouldn't even be started.
No. You see, my point is this. You can't downplay the influence.
No, you can't downplay
Saliba.
It is true, but
Saliba
I'm saying that
is very key in Arsenal defense. And no matter.
But why are you not talking about Konate?
Why am I not talking about
Because you're talking about injured players.
I just said it. That I dare to say Saliba's influence can be likened to Van Dijk's. So Konate, I will say it's the same as Gabriel getting injured.
Gabriel is a big deal in Arsenal's team.
Yes, but the point is that between Gabriel and Saliba, every Arsenal player will say, I'd rather have Saliba in than Gabriel. You can do 100%. Okay. 100%.
We can have that poll and see.
You can, because for
the
me,
outcome of that poll.
It is worrying, and I hope he recovers and it's nothing serious, and he can be back in the team so that at least they can still be strong. So at the end of the season, if they still turn out second, there will be no excuses. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, anyway, all right, sure. So I think it was an amazing game. Now, as we speak now, Liverpool is on top of the table.
Congratulations.
Chelsea is right behind us. And I think we have Tottenham, who is third on the table as well.
Points,
and guess what? I just saw on the table, Manchester City is, I think, on the 12th or 15th or so.
It's crazy.
Manchester United is on the 8th on the table.
It's crazy. City has 3 points.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, every season they don't start well, but this is a bit more
what we spoke about last
concerning.
Season.
The point is that they draw here and there and all that, but they are able to put some run together and come back. But it started too early. Yeah. Too early. I mean, the teams they are losing to is where the issue is. They lost to Tottenham, now to Brighton, and Pep needs to really get his act together, because I saw Rodri in the team.
Yeah, he was playing full time.
This was one of your major excuses that because we don't have Rodri. Yeah. And Rodri has come out to actually say some damning things after the game, saying that the mistakes were literally schoolboy stuff. Indirectly, literally saying that, the new players need to be up and doing, because this is City.
He didn't say that. Just take your time.
I'm inferring. Because if you come out to say that these were schoolboy errors and whatever, it's a new guy.
I think for me, I saw that comment. I think all you're trying to say is that they let themselves down.
Well, to put it lightly.
As a team.
To put it lightly. Because, for me, the only, City teams, City boys are well drilled.
Yeah.
The only reason why there'll be mistakes is that you're a new player and you're still finding your feet among whatever they're supposed to do.
Okay.
And that's where most of the mistakes will come from. So, I mean, I'm not saying he's attacking his players, but if you infer, is a new boys who are not
pulling up their weight. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, they need to up their game.
He seemed quite frustrated.
All right. Okay, guys. So, Charlie, we've had a very interesting game week 3. We've had a lovely game between Liverpool and Arsenal.
Yeah.
Charlie, Liverpool fans, Charlie, cheers to us, man. We're on top of the table. We're on top of the table. Good. That's a good sportsman right there. Yeah. So let us know what you think about game week 3. I'm sure your teams have already played. Let us know, Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans. Charlie, sorry. Manchester City fans, there's still more room for improvement. We'll catch you next time when we're back from the international break. Cheers.
Bye.